million visitors who visited the United States. Okay. And I'm going to show you one video. It's better to have that's down here, but now this is going to be like a competition, okay? From, let's say, from people around here. Let's do a competition. I'm going to show you one video. In the video, they're going to show you 25 destinations in the United States. Okay. Let's see how many of that you can write down at the end of the video. Okay? Are you clear about that? Okay. So get a piece of paper and prepare it right now. I'm going to give you extra stars if you win. Okay? You guys ready? Yeah. Yeah, they're going to show you 25 places. Okay, let's see at the end of the video how many of the places you can write down. Okay, one, go.
Bảo tàng nước tương Việt Nam.
Different places.
Video.
Okay, how many did you record? 25? You can't see anything? How many did you get? Not many? How many did you get? I'll see let's see which one of you has the most number of places. How many did you guys get? How many did you get? 18. Okay, 18 is quite a lot. Who else got more than 18? Who else got more than 18? No? Anyone got 20 over here? No? Okay, can you read 18 places? Let's check if you got it right.
I don't exactly what I write, but
Yeah. I have here 18 destinations in USA. The first one is Garden Africa.
What? Africa?
Yes, guys. Sorry, I'm ready. I don't know exactly what is named, but I forgot.
Yeah.
The second one is the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, yeah.
Waikiki Beach. Hawaii Beach.
Yeah, Hawaiian Beach. Yeah.
Universal Studio.
Universal Studios. We also have one in Asia. That's in Asia, in Singapore. We also have the Universal Studios. There are two in America. Yeah.
Salt Lake. Salt Lake.
So like where?
Navy Pier.
Yes, the Navy Pier. Yes, in Chicago.
Great Smoky.
Yeah, the Great Smoky what?
Mountain. Yeah. Niagara Waterfall.
Niagara Waterfalls. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna show you some of the pictures.
Fisherman.
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Huh?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Park.
Yeah, the Disneyland is a amusement park. Okay. Do we have in Asia?
Yeah.
Where? Hong Kong? Only in Hong Kong?
Japan.
Huh?
Japan.
Where?
Japan.
Japan, yes. We have one in Tokyo, Japan, and one in Hong Kong. That's two Disneyland in Asia. Okay, the first one is in the United States, and we also have one in France as well.
Wonderland.
The Wonderland.
Okay, it's maybe a name of castle. Okay, the next one is Albany Street, Nevada.
Yes.
Times Square.
Times Square. The first one is Times Square. Times Square, where is Times Square? In New York. What's special about Times Square? We see Times Square. When do we see Times Square in Vietnam?
When do we see Times Square in Vietnam? In the New Year's Eve, right? Of course, like in the New Year's Eve, the 1st of January every year, we see the picture of Times Square with the gold. When they throw the gold down, right here, they count from 10 to 1. That's, like when they count to 1, then it's time for the New Year to come. So we always see the Times Square there, yeah? Okay. Well, I guess that it's very small like screen, so you couldn't see much. But I'm going to show you some of the places, yeah? Of course, like America is so big country, such a big country, and that also means that so many places to visit, okay? And I'm just trying to give you some of the very brief ideas about some of the like notable places, okay? Here we have one very famous place called Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. It is in a memorial park in Dakota, and I guess this is one of the very famous pictures of the United States, where it has 4 different presidents of the United States. Okay, like the statue of 4 different presidents of the United States. And the name of this place is Mount Rushmore. I want to say Mount Rushmore. Okay? Rushmore is one word. Sorry. So it's Mount Rushmore is one word. And let's see, who are they? You know who are they?
George Washington.
This one?
George Washington.
This is Washington. And?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is up there. Next one?
Roosevelt.
The third one? Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt. And the fourth one is?
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln. Okay, they are the four presidents that had very big influence in the development of the United States. Lincoln is the one, like, I'm not sure if you remember from Thursday last week when we learned about the history of the United States. Lincoln is the one who played a very important role in the independence of the black people.
Yeah.
Okay? So, the first one is the first president of the United States, George Washington. This one is Donald Lincoln, who was the 16th president of the USA. Okay? Very important person. And he received a lot of respect from the United States. So in the National Mall in Washington, D.C., we got one memorial, Lincoln Memorial, together with Washington Memorial there in Washington, D.C. Thomas Jefferson is the third president of the USA, also. And Theodore Roosevelt, who was the 26th president of the USA. Okay? So remember Mount Rushmore that carved four presidents, the statue of four presidents of the United States. Okay? Next place I want to show you is the National Mall and the Memorial Parks in Washington, D.C. So I got a chance to come to this place before. Have you seen the movie called Forrest Gump? Is Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump by what's the name of the main character? Have you seen the movie Forrest Gump? Have you heard of Forrest Gump? Yeah?
Yeah.
So in the movie there's like one of very moving scenes that taken place here when they filmed here. So this is the National Mall in Washington D.C. and in this one, Washington D.C. is famous for a lot of museums and a lot of like the memorial malls, memorial parks there in Washington D.C. A lot of museums. If you love aerospace, if you love airplanes, then Washington D.C. is a good place for you because they have very big aerospace museums where they display so many types of, airplanes. They also have airplanes from the time when they had war with Vietnam as well. And some of the most modern airplanes in USA as well. They also have the display in the Aerospace Museum. And they also have Indian Museum. They also have some Indians about the war and stuff. Okay. So this is National Mall. And let's go to some national wonders of the USA. This is Mount McKinley. Well, the picture is actually very beautiful, but because it's very vague there, so you can't see it very clearly. But Mount McKinley, you notice here, like, it's all covered with snow, and it looks like you're in heaven as well. Very beautiful one. So Mount McKinley is the highest mountain of North America. So one of the highest mountains in America. Next one is that is Grand Canyon, Arizona. Grand Canyon is the national park, and Theodore Roosevelt was the one who decided to make Grand Canyon as a national monument. Okay, so people remember Theodore Roosevelt for having that decision of making Grand Canyon as the national monument. So this is a very vague picture. If you can see there in the middle, there's like a river that's going around it, and it has like very the green color of the woodside. You can see that. In here, it looks like all black, like golden river, but in reality, it's got green color. Very beautiful one. And if you visit the Grand Canyon, you can just go here and you see all the mighty nature of the United States. Do we have any places in Vietnam that have this mighty scenery? Any places in Vietnam? Probably if you go to like a mountainous area like in Mù Căng Chải or something, you see like lots of mountains there. But of course it's all natural. But in here, like all the rocks, and all the rocks here are naturally built. So, you know, after thousands and trillions of years, when the nature carved all these places. Okay, so that's what's special about Grand Canyon. What's the fall? What's the name of the fall? Niagara. Okay. This is the most powerful waterfall in Northern America, and it's the highest flow rate in any falls in the world. So as you can see here, there's a big ship, but if you look at this picture, you'll see the ship's very small. Alright. And this is very marked. This is Niagara Falls. All the time, all the year like this. Lots of water. And nowadays in Niagara Falls, they build up a lot of casinos and a lot of like concerts and a lot of restaurants around. So this has become one of the very popular tourist places in America, the Niagara Falls. And of course, when we talk about America, we can't miss Hawaii. Hawaii is a very ideal place for honeymoon, if you know, for your own information. Lots of beautiful beaches. Okay, it's very romantic here. If you visit Hawaii, the very first thing you receive is like the flower necklace that they braid there. Okay. And one of the famous things in Hawaii is the island of Oahu. Oahu is the most popular Hawaiian island, and they call it island of paradise. Okay, so it's so beautiful, it's romantic here. Lots of things to discover. And we also have the Hawaiian Volcano National Park, where there are 2 active volcanoes. Okay, and the name is Mauna Loa and Kilauea. Okay, so they are like the 2 active volcanoes. They still live there, and actually they want to visit there just to have a look at it. It's very dangerous as well. And of course we can't miss Las Vegas or LA. Sorry, not LA. Las Vegas or LV. Las Vegas is in Nevada. Lots of casino, hotel, and shopping places. And some shopaholics may come here and never come back. New York City. New York City is also a very ideal place for shopaholics. So I went to Chicago, and I so regret it because I couldn't go to New York City. But even though I spent 1 week in Chicago purely for tourist things and stuff, and I traveled by myself, so it's not like on a tour or something. But then, I couldn't visit a lot of places because of shopping. Because I spent a lot of time going back and forth to only one shop. Because, and it's a closed shop, by the way. And the shop, every time I visited, it has new things coming in. So I came up, yesterday I couldn't see this, but today I saw it. Okay, so that's Chicago, but New York also an ideal place for shopaholics. And yeah, lots of grand hotels, some of the luxurious hotels in the world. The Las Vegas, so actually in Las Vegas, it has a very famous lake where they play the symphonies here. So for example, the water, it go up and down, based on the symphonies. So they play music there. And then the water just go up and down. It's very famous, and it's a very beautiful place to visit. And of course, New York City. New York City with the Statue of Liberty and the Times Square, Empire State Building, and Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, not New York City. So, the Statue of Liberty, I think think that a lot of you here know about the history of the Statue of Liberty, right? It is the gift from French people to America. And it's been, so they say that liberty, the Statue of Liberty is like the symbol of freedom. Because they say in the past, so there's a lot of like migrants or refugees that came to America. So refugees, some of them are legal and most of them are illegal. So they were like living in the ship, in the like a lower deck of the ship, and the only thing that they could see out like from through very very small window of the ship. And when they looked out, they saw the very first thing when they entered New York is the Statue of Liberty. So from that time on, they say the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of freedom. Because when they see the Statue of Liberty, they mean, okay, they know that I am now in America. Okay? So it's like marks the American border there. The Statue of Liberty is 93 meters high. Okay? And actually, it's like it's made of. It's actually like a real person. Like it's made of. It's like the Roman Goddess of Liberty. And I guess that if you want to know more about the tourism in USA, then it's a very good idea to check out YouTube. And they have a lot of videos and a lot of beautiful films and videos they made about some of the tourist places in America. So check out YouTube. It's like, I can't really include all of them in here, but if you are interested, then you should go out and check for YouTube with a lot of videos there. Very quickly, we're going to go through the education system in America. Okay? So Americans are famous for universities. Is that right? A lot for universities. Some of the most famous universities in America, can you name them? Harvard. Yeah, Harvard University, of course. What else? Huh? MIT. Yeah. What else? Yale. Not Yale. One friend of mine, let's say friend, she's not so much older than me. Her daughter was a very good student, and she got acceptance from a lot of university in USA, from Yale University, from Princeton University, and from Harvard stuff. And my friend said to me that I decided that my daughter will never go to Yale University because I cannot pronounce the name of the university properly. Okay. So Yale is spelled Y-A-L-E, Yale University. It's one of the top universities. Princeton University as well. Princeton University is actually a very famous university because there are a lot of presidents. At least we got Bill Clinton, studied in Princeton University, and also his wife as well. Hillary Clinton also studied in Princeton University. So they have a lot of politicians that graduated from Princeton University. It's one of the top universities in America. Let's have a look at some of, this is an education ladder. Okay? So in USA, we're going to have preschool at the age of 3 or 4. After that, we got kindergarten at age of 5. So it's actually quite similar to Vietnam, right? Elementary for 6 years. In Vietnam, it's 5 years. Middle school or secondary school for 2 years. In Vietnam, that's 4 years. In high school in USA, that's 4 years, and in Vietnam, it's 3 years. So overall, I guess that by the time we enter university in Vietnam, it's the age of 18. And in USA as well, it's the age of 18 as well. But that might be a bit different in different levels of schooling. But by the age of 18, people also enter university. attend university, of course that's recorded, but there's so many private universities that exist in Vietnam. But in USA there are about 3,000 different universities and colleges. Okay? And there is actually no difference between college and university. So for example, it's not in USA, but in the UK, Cambridge University. So within Cambridge University, there is education college. So for example, if you want to study education, then you would go to Education College of Cambridge University. So saying that I am studying at Education College, Cambridge University, it doesn't mean that you are in college. Okay? Like in Vietnam, you distinguish between college and university. But like in the United States, it's different. College is like a part of the university. Okay? So if you study law, like it can be called law college or education college. Okay? So in Vietnam, most of universities still, public university and public university in Vietnam are more reliable, I guess. Okay? Or people think of public university as something more quality, higher quality somehow. But in the United States, it's vice versa. So private university or private schools in the United States, you have to pay higher rates, you have to pay higher tuition fees, and also you would have higher quality mostly. Okay? So if you check out for the tuition fee of Harvard University, so much higher. So there is no sort of standard. Like in Vietnam, if you study in university, you would have to pay, how much is the tuition fee? Let me ask some of the, that you're going to pay in Hanoi University. 3 million per year? Per term, okay. So, well, it's actually raised up because in my time it's about 1 million something per term. Okay. So it's about 3 million per term in Hanoi University right now. Okay. And I guess that must be quite similar or like a standard for all universities, at least public university in Vietnam. But in the United States, for example, most of universities here they got just 10%, but like Harvard University, the price is different. You're going to pay about more than 20,000 US dollars per term, per year for Harvard University. But maybe that, that amount of money can be about 10,000 for maybe some less famous university. Okay, so there's no kind of like standard for the tuition fee. Actually, so in the United States, the student can choose the major by themselves, and there is no like college entrance exam or university entrance exam in the United States. Okay, unlike Vietnam, we have entrance exam, but in the United States, by the end of the high school, they're gonna take SAT. Okay, have you heard of SAT? Yeah, in Vietnam we say that, right? The SAT. So SAT that has 3 subjects of math, writing, and English. They're gonna take this, and the result of SAT, they're gonna use that to apply for universities. Okay? So basically, they don't have the entrance exam to university. They said it's better because, if SAT will tell for the whole 12 years that they are at schooling level. Not just like in Vietnam, we take one entrance exam and, your life is decided like that. Okay, that's so much different there. And in the United States, they take credits. Người ta học theo tín chỉ ở Việt Nam cũng bắt đầu áp dụng phương pháp học tín chỉ 3 credits. Okay. Tuy nhiên, học tín chỉ Việt Nam chỉ có một vài trường được áp dụng theo kiểu là nếu các bạn đủ tín chỉ, các bạn có thể ra trường sớm hơn. Nhưng thường ở nước ngoài, ở Mỹ và tất cả rất nhiều nước khác trên thế giới người ta áp dụng cái này bằng cách là gì? Ví dụ, một kỳ học của tôi một năm tôi học 2 kỳ là một kỳ mùa hè, một kỳ mùa đông chẳng hạn như vậy. Thì sau 4 năm, sau 3 năm, 4 năm tôi sẽ ra trường và tôi có bằng bachelor degree. Tuy nhiên nếu như tôi chăm chỉ và tôi muốn thu gọn cái thời gian đó thì tôi có thể chọn cái summer course và làm sao để ví dụ một năm tôi theo 3 kỳ thay vì 2 kỳ như các bạn của tôi, thì tôi có thể ra trường sớm hơn trong khoảng 1 năm rưỡi hoặc 2 năm. Chỉ làm sao đạt yêu cầu là tôi sẽ đạt đủ để thi đủ 30 môn đó thì tôi sẽ ra trường. Okay. Of course, but it means that you would have to work very, very hard. And it's actually very common for US students to take 1 year off after they enter university. So after they enter university, after the first year, they take 1 year off, they go travel. They go traveling around the world. Maybe they start doing some kind of a job, and they start to see the real life. Okay, and all that 1 year like that very valuable to them. In Vietnam, I guess if you enter university and you go back to tell your parents that I want to take 1 year off, no way, yeah. You may never come back to university again. Okay, stay home, get married, and done. Okay. In the United States, they really appreciate some critical thinking, and critical thinking is what we don't have in Vietnam. Like we start now. I'm not sure if you have heard of the 2020 project. Yeah, the 2020 project is a project in which they re-educate or retrain all the English teachers in Vietnam, starting from primary level. Okay, so we are now looking at primary school teachers who teach English. And when we train the primary teachers, we always impose or, tell them that, okay, it's very important to develop the critical thinking among children. Always, create a habit of asking the why question to the children. So when they do something, they will have to ask, why do I have to do this? Why is this? Okay, don't just learn how to accept things the way it is. Okay, you have to ask the question of why is that? That creates a critical thinking in children. And this is what lacks among Vietnamese students, I guess. When I was at school, teachers just tell me what to do and I did exactly what the teacher said. Okay. And I never asked why is that. Why? Why the teacher's always right. But I guess now it's started to change. I guess, yeah, if you have young children, you have cousins or nephews, nieces. Yeah. In some schools now they will start to have some changes. So, students don't accept exactly what the teacher told them. They always ask questions. It's very common for example, in the United States, I can sit here on the table, talk to you, okay? But it's not okay in Vietnam because I sit here and I talk to you. A lot of you would come home and say, I would never go to this class again because, it's kind of very rude, okay? So, I remember when I first entered Hanoi University, it was about 9 years ago, I guess. And at that time there was one teacher in English department. She had a very different teaching style. So every time I walked through her class, she was sitting on the table, and then she starts to talk to the students. And I found it very kind of odd. And a lot of teachers in the English department say that, okay, it's not the right way to do that. But now when people are more open, and it's okay if they walk through a classroom and see the teachers, sitting on the table, it's totally fine. Okay. Or before it's just like this with a classical teacher, but now we change the seat like the U shape. People move from teacher center. This is teacher center. I don't want to teach like this way, but because so many of you here, so I have no choice. But with a smaller class, we shift from teacher center to student center. Okay? Student center, the student is the center of the class rather than the teacher. Okay. And that's the end. Our education part, okay? Any questions? Huh? Okay, so